Welcome to the Secrets of Qigong Masters talk show. I'm your host, Lama Tantrapa, and I'm here to share with you the secrets that some Qigong Masters don't want you to know about. Please enjoy watching the short version of this interview with our amazing guest. If you like what you see here, please go to qigongmasters.com and log in to receive free access to the full versions of this and many other interviews, as well as the information about the events, products, and services offered by Qigong Masters. Also, another element that you mentioned, the Kundalini meditation. What is that like? I mean, I understand that Kundalini yoga is a part of the Sikh spiritual tradition. So, is it something that you tap into, or how did it go?
It's an experience. The journey of how I actually began to have a Kundalini meditation as part of my program did not happen overnight. I actually, in my earlier years, before I did any big workshops, one of my teachers, who's no longer alive, we did a workshop called Kundalini Awakening Process, and I designed a manual for him based on his techniques. So I was good at designing manuals, as you can see. So he liked that, you know. He liked that. And we taught the workshop together over 10 times, the two of us. You know, it was an expensive workshop too. Only get like 50 people at a time. You know, not like my stuff now. Much more intimate gatherings, and he would give Shakti Pat, and to help awaken the energy. And we were running microcosmic orbit all the time. Essentially, that's the essence of his practice. In a certain way, he had a special way to run that orbit, but anyone who knows Qigong knows what we mean by orbit, so giving you some key details. And but the truth is that didn't work for me. So my story gets frustrated after about a year or so. I cannot sense my own Kundalini has moved or awakened. So I found another teacher, and that teacher said Kundalini was like a divine blessing. The way they explained it was kind of, and I later learned, now my thinking is Holy Spirit that people encounter in church and temple and different religious settings where they do not really know what's happening when they're shaking, filled with spirit. It's like a religious phenomenon, happens all over the world. That filled with Holy Spirit experience, to me now, that's the Kundalini is moving inside. And then but God initiates that experience. To me, that's my current understanding of Kundalini. Why I wasn't able to awaken it through just the technique alone. Because I was trying to use just the technique alone to awaken, like a manipulation technique. And I have since learned that that path to awaken Kundalini is maybe impossible, or maybe for someone else, but for me, the real way was the surrender. I feel that the Kundalini awakening it's kind of, the only way to say is, it can be done from another person to another person, can help initiate someone else's Kundalini, but ultimately it's God's blessing that does that. So if the practitioner doesn't have that awareness that is doing the attunement or Shakti Pat, may not work. And so to me it's a spiritual energy, and it's unpredictable. It's not always known what Kundalini will do, but I have never really seen a negative case of Kundalini syndrome from my students doing the practice, even though they might be shaking a little bit after the meditation is over, the energy is running real strong, or there's like a flame in the spine, or they're hot. There's never more energy than people can handle. Usually all the negative Kundalini experiences is when people don't know what has happened to them. It's like they have no knowledge that there's been an activation inside.
Thank you for taking a few minutes to watch the short version of this interview. I hope you liked it, and now we'll take advantage of my invitation to enjoy the full version of this and many other episodes of our talk show. Please go to qigongmasters.com and log in to receive free access to the Secrets of Qigong Masters, as well as the information about the events, products, and services that will transform your life and empower you to live your dreams.